Hello, everybody, and welcome to another chat with Andy, the Gabby Cabby. Live from the car this time, and we're here. I'm flying away. How is everybody today? Let me know in the chat. More importantly, how does it sound? Because we're back in the car once again. I'm at the motorway services today, and it might be a little bit different. I've got the old earbuds in, so we'll have to see. Hello, M. Perry. Good to see you. Andy's Army reporting for duty. Blood nose, excellent. Hello, Mad Spaniel. Sounds tinny, but loud and clear. Okay, I'll check that out later. I think it's a lot to do with your surroundings, because when I was in the garage, it's absolutely fine. I listened to it on playback, and it didn't seem a problem to me, but it can happen every now and again. Hello, Michael May, Angela Dallimore, good to see you. Alan Edge as well. Echo, echo, echo. Okay, well, we'll have to see. I'll try and maintain distance from the thing, but I'm got the buds in. I don't know what it would be like without them. Yes, very loud and sharp. That's Vesper Q. Hello to you. Good to see you. I found with StreamYard a bit tinny again. Okay, I found with StreamYard what seems to happen is they have an automatic volume adjustment on there, so it sorts itself out. But what I did, I turned that off, and I thought I'd go with that and see what happens and try and control it myself. Obviously, not the most ideal of things. And the other worry I have as well tonight is whether my phone will overheat or not. I'm sat in the car, I got the window open and everything else, so hopefully we'll be okay. And here we are on a Friday, folks. It's pretty good. It's a bit of a shit day from an airport point of view. I don't know if you saw my daily check-in video earlier. These people that I've got to meet from Heathrow are actually flying in from Cyprus with British Airways, and the flight is massively delayed. Well, it's about an hour and 50 minutes or something like that. So it's not great. Evening, Andy, and everyone in chat who hope we're enjoying the cooler spell. That's Anna Perkins. Yes, we are. And I hope your Jack had a good birthday, by the way. Down to 2 for Tory PM. Jerry Georgopoulos says, good evening to you. That's right. I mean, we're fucked whatever way we look at it, aren't we? Andy, was you anywhere near Dover today? John Harris? No, I wasn't. I was down there last night, but I was aware of the issues, so I sneaked in the back door, the back passage, basically, and got round it. But I noticed all over the motorways today there are signs saying that the M20 is shut going down that direction, and there are massive traffic pile-ups going down the M2 in the direction they usually send all the other traffic when that kind of thing happens. So I'm not overly shocked at that. Reading it looks like they're blaming it on some kind of technical breakdown of the Channel Tunnel on the French side, and it's caused trouble. But we'll see. Hello, Tanner Family Memories. Good to see you. Yeah, Julie Baldwin's got it right. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. Let's get that algorithm up and talking as quickly as we can. Alan Edge, can we trust? No, we fucking can't. I don't think we can trust any of them whatsoever. It is a bit of a disaster waiting to happen with those two. Rank and file establishment. They've said absolutely nothing whatsoever, which will influence me either way. I don't trust them. I don't know, what they can do for me. I mean, you have a look at that video I put up with what Martin Lewis was coming out with. All right, in the media, it might be skewed ever so slightly, granted, but it's something I've been saying for a while. Hello, Handy Andy. Good to see you. I was on Bill Cannon's live stream earlier where he was sat in his yard near his pool talking to everybody. I can't believe that guy's not had a drink in 6 weeks. That's amazing. But he's on the meds for his hip replacement. Hi from Swindon. Sent you some pics, Andy. Cartoons of you. Okay, Mark Keane. I assume you sent that to my email or messenger, did you? I'll try and dig those out after the live stream. If it's email, I'll have to have a look when I get home, because that's actually on my tablet, which isn't with me at the moment. Okay. Oh, need to see Andy cartoons. Okay, I'll dig those out and do something. Tony Whitworth, are you sweating while putting petrol in your car, feeling sick when paying for it? You probably have. The car owner virus. Yes, I like it. Yes, I think I have the totally fucked variant. Hello, Rafi. Good to see you. I've only got old-fashioned Fahrenheit 62. French immigration officer got COVID. Yeah, it might be something like that. Is it their only one? We're mentioning Dover a little bit. Sorry, I'm just putting my hands around the back of the phone. I just want to make sure it doesn't overheat at all. Otherwise, I'll have to do something about it. Weighed myself today, and I'm 1 stone 7 pounds lighter. My official weigh-in is Monday. Well done, Julie. That's brilliant. I'm going to start doing stuff on Monday, because I'm getting a bit plump around the middle. I need to sort something out about it. Yesterday, I did the pre-record. It was kind of funny. I phoned my mum up when my live stream was on. I said, "Hi, Mum." She's like, "What? I'm watching you on the laptop. How can I be?" All it was, I knew that I was going to be at the airport, and I didn't want to deprive you all of a live stream 2 days in a row. So what I did, I pre-recorded something earlier in the day, because with this StreamYard software, you can actually push it out, at a predetermined time. The only thing you're missing is participation from me, basically, and you won't actually get my involvement, but what's there, and you can still talk about amongst yourselves and everything else. So I decided to do that. It was only 25 minutes, but at least you got me in some form. But tonight I'm here, I'm live, and I'm sat at Cobham Services, and the way the light is fading a little bit, we might have a case of shut that door. You never know. That's been sadly lacking of late, because we've been able to keep the light very much. Yes, so we'll have to see. Pre-recorded the Jack video too. Yes, I did, blood nose. When he got home from school that day, I collared him, knowing that I had to go out, and I did him a little script. He goes, "Oh, I do that, Daddy. Can I show them what I did at school today?" I thought, yes, by all means. So a little 2 minutes and 50 seconds of pure innocence from my pride and joy little boy. Shh, everyone, don't tell him about the verbal bundle. I can see the chat history, Anna Perkins. I can, and I generally do, especially when we get some troglodytes coming in. Speaking of that, I noticed on some of the comments recently, we're getting an awful lot of sexualization. I think somebody thinks I'm a porn channel, because I keep advertising about dirty pics and do I want one up the and all the rest of it. It's quite amusing reading, but we'll have to see about that. And I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank my mods on the channel as well. I have Julie Baldwin on here very regularly. Every time I do a live stream, and she's one of the channel mods, and she does a sterling job geeing everyone up and everything. And I have a friend of mine, Dave, as well, who's a mod on a couple of channels, and what he does, he reviews all of the chat history after the live stream, just to see if there's anybody that's sneaked through the net that Julie might not necessarily have come across herself. which, you know, let's face it, one mod can't do everything all of the time because there's just so much chat that goes back and forward, and I try and keep a discreet eye on it too. But there was somebody the other day called Pink Roses. You know, what the hell kind of name is that? But they apparently were having a snipe at me on more than one occasion. Well, let's just say their history, and I have my mods to thank for that. They do a sterling job. This is Daily Chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby, everybody. I hope you're doing all right. It's good to see you all. We've got 54 of you in the chat watching at the moment. If you haven't done so already, can I ask that you give a thumbs up on the chat, hit that like button, get the algorithm talking. We're fast approaching 31,700 subscribers, so we had a little dip and we're coming up again, so I'm very pleased about that. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel also. Particularly if you're new here and you're a regular watcher, that all helps. I noticed a lot of channels often say that, you know, they're getting a lot of views, but sometimes people don't subscribe so much. They just watch. But, you know, it's free to do. Just hit that button and it all helps. Because I haven't got my tablet today, I took the old-fashioned approach, the paper. I bought this one particularly because there was something that caught my eye very much. I nearly fell over with shock when I walked in. Julie's already prodded me for a like, Andy. Excellent. I don't know if you see this. Channel migrants landed in Britain with guns. We're of course talking about the dinghy divers. I mean, let's you know, go through this, shall we? Official report by Borders Watchdog exposes alarming litany of failures, and you saw the headline. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised in the slightest. Channel migrants who triggered alerts on security databases have been allowed to vanish into thin air. A bombshell report warned yesterday. They are among scores to have fled taxpayer-funded hotels without fingerprints or photographs being taken. Other migrants arrived armed with guns and other weapons. The names of at least two of the absconders were flagged on police or border security databases. In other cases, missing biometric data made it impossible to determine whether they posed a criminal or terror risk to this country. A number may be in danger of exploitation through forced labour or debt bondage. The major report was written by David Neal, the Chief Borders Inspector, who said, simply put, yes, bringing in guns, Alan. That's right. I'm not surprised. I'm really not, particularly with some of the comments. We don't have a record of people coming into the country. Well, we don't. They sling their fucking passport in the channel. We do not know who is threatened or who is threatening. They've only just coming out with this recently. The revelations led last night to Home Secretary Priti Patel being accused of presiding over flabbergasting security lapses. How long have we been saying this? It's amazing how we all get told we're full of shit and we need to, you know, mind our own and don't be racist and all the rest. And then all of a sudden, this stuff that we've been saying for months starts coming out. The Home Office had sat on Mr. Neal's findings for 5 months. 5 fucking months. Yeah. And they were published yesterday. The report found that at least 227 migrants have absconded since last September from hotels paid for by us, used to accommodate small boat arrivals from northern France, the dinghy divers. The chief inspector looked at a sample of 57 absconders over a 5-week period and found 38 had not completed biometric checks. I suspect it's a lot more than that. That's quite a small sample. Fingerprints and facial scans weren't done. This is despite them having been in the UK for between 4 and 29 days. Of the 57, all adult males, 2 had been flagged on the police national computer, or the warnings index, a database that contains details of individuals who may pose security threats or have a history of other immigration offences. The 2 men had no criminal charges against them, the report said, and it's not known why they were flagged. The Home Office last night refused to disclose how many migrants have absconded since the start of the Channel crossing crisis. Yeah, I bet there's lots and lots and lots. The report said the lack of a retrievable biometric record caused concerns to a range of stakeholders. And you know, I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's quite a lengthy article. You get the idea. There's just fuck up after fuck up after fuck up. We don't know who they are, what their history is, where they've come from, what their intentions are when they get here. I mean, there's a summary of the watchdog's findings here. Immigration officials who searched Channel arrivals discovered guns and other weapons such as pocket knives. So was that for self-defense, or were they coming over here to do harm? Basic biographical information about migrants was poorly captured in a sample of 8,500 records. 968 had surnames that included numbers or symbols. In some cases, officials asked migrants to type their details into the database themselves without the help of a translator. Arrivals at Dover were asked to indicate their age by pointing at a piece of cardboard with the numbers 1 to 63. That's no fucking good. You've got adults in schools, you know, saying they're 13, 14, 15. That is well documented. Mobile biometric recording machines used at the port were 20 years old, and several cables were missing from each of the kits. Passports and identity documents are meant to be confiscated, but inspectors found that some were returned to migrants by mistake. I didn't even realise they had passports and identity documents when they came in here. I thought that they were ending up in the Channel en masse. I mean, what do you think of that sorry state of affairs? Absolutely fucking shocking. The moment you challenge any of the up comes the human rights, their human rights, not those to them who they mean harm. Absolutely correct, Anna Perkins. That's what it's all about. I watched every Boris Question Time on YouTube here in the US. That's Jerry. Yeah. Did you see his last one where he called Keir Starmer? What was it? A useless human bollard. I thought that was hilarious. As a parting shot to, oh, this man's a useless human bollard. Yes, very good. If that bollard gets in, I think we'll all get a ticket. TW is great. She's out for hours migrant watching. I think they're down there at the moment, aren't they? I know they're from up north somewhere, but I know I've had some communication with Tracy, and I can't remember where she did say they were from, but they come down here and stay for weeks at a time doing this work. It's absolutely brilliant. Hello, Patricia Shaw. Good to see you. Pritt Stick will be gone in September. Let's hope so, Martin Ryder. TW's been at Dover for over 2 years. Yeah, I know they had a break because I think they went back home, didn't they? But I think they're back down there again. Vivian Ringo, hello to you. Hope you're all right. Have you needed confirmation why Rishi Sunak shouldn't become leader and PM? It's an endorsement from Tony Blair. Yeah. Tony Blair. The guy keeps sticking his oar in, doesn't he? Still. And in the words of Belfield, fuck right off is what I say to that gentleman. Uh, how he how he is still a thing, how he still gets airtime or anything else like that, I do not know. I'm just going to open the window, folks, get a bit more air in here. There we go. Now, let's have a look at what else we got in the chat going on. Mad Spaniel Patel has been in charge of all this for ages, yet she's still in the job. Why? Why indeed? Why indeed? I said before, there could be lots coming in to try and disappear and fight their war. I've got nothing against the ones that need help, but it seems like lots have slipped through the net. Dead right. Absolutely dead right. There's no accountability of any kind to do with this anywhere. Can I just do a quick sound check, folks? Because when I turned my engine on to wind the window, it did like a funny, and I want to make sure I'm still being heard through these things. Can you give me a 1 in the chat if it's still okay? That would be good. Andy's back in the cab. Summer's over. Yes, you might be right there. Pardon. Nice one, Andy. Like it. It's the kind of thing I'd come out with. It must be the name. Karen English, hello to you. Good to see you. John Harrington, good to see you as well. It's been a relentless phalanx of mostly young men of what you might describe as fighting age. That's absolutely right. You know, you get the odd picture of women and everything else in there every now and again, but come off it. We're not daft. Listen, folks, if you haven't hit that like button already, please give it a stab, whatever, you know, so we get those likes up. We've got 79 watching roughly, and we could do as many likes as possible. So please hit the thumbs up if you can. That'd be great. If you haven't done so already as well, please subscribe to the channel. Check your subscription. Make sure you're still subscribed, because I know YouTube do some silly things sometimes, and we need to make sure everything's okay. And welcome everybody. I really appreciate all your support, all the channel members, those that pay £1 a month to help support me. Only a little token gesture kind of thing, and a couple of people on Patreon as well are there too. And I appreciate each and every one of you very much. William, hello to you. Good to see you. Oh, that's nice. I've opened both windows and I've got a bit of a breeze through now. We've got 84 watching now. Let's see if we can get that up to 100. William is from Newmarket. Good to see you. First thing those youngish men will do is to stud as many anchor babies as possible. You know, the right to family life. What about the one they left there? Yeah, bastards. Absolute bastards. I would hate to live on the south coast where all these divers are coming over. Sad times, Lee G says. Well, I mean, Chrissy Williams, one of the people in the chat at the moment, she lives very near there, and she probably sits there watching them on a daily basis. It's ridiculous. Anyway, let's get off the subject of dinghy divers, and let's talk about Dishy Rishi. I know, but I saw this as well. Sunak is accused of rewriting history in COVID lockdown veto storm. So he's been doing what all good politicians do, talking out of his arse by the looks of it. And this guy is one of those that wants to be PM of this country. I mean, we're going to get a situation, aren't we? We know how dirty and mucky politics can be at the best of times, and there's going to be, you know, something somewhere about all of them coming out at some point. I'm horrified with the choice we've got. I think it's Hodgson's choice, totally. I think we're fucked either way. I don't think any of these two should be prime minister in any way, shape, or form. It's, you know, I really don't know what's going to happen to this country anymore. I think I want to go and sit on a life raft in the middle of nowhere and declare independence. That's how I feel, but I better make sure I have Wi-Fi so I can still get on. Belfield, last few days of court, he seems in good spirits. His phone in hasn't worked twice though. Yeah, I saw the. I mean, we have to be careful what we talk about because obviously it's an ongoing case. But I saw his thing where he did the court transcript with Bernie Keith, and the more I see and the more I hear, and I've told him this, I'm painting a picture in my head which isn't going to end up very well for them, rather than what their intentions were. But I'm not saying anymore. I have more of an opinion, which I shall make plain in due course, as and when I'm allowed to by due process. Nobody's stopping me from saying what I think. I'm just choosing not to because I don't want to jeopardise anything. And, you know, morally, you can't. But I think he's okay. He looked tired to me when he was doing the Bernie Keith thing. I mean, you know, with all that at stake, it must take an awful lot out of somebody. The whole country's now on asylum for asylum seekers at the cost of its citizens. That's the way it feels. That is the way it feels. Yes, Rishi Sunak. Let's talk about this gentleman, shall we? Rishi Sunak was accused of rewriting history last night after claiming, I had an alarm going off, if anybody heard any funny beeping. Yeah, Rishi Sunak was accused of rewriting history last night after claiming he'd personally blocked another COVID lockdown last winter. Yes, trying to make himself popular with the Tory membership, isn't he? The former Chancellor took credit for vetoing a national lockdown last December when the moronic variant nearly hit us, but multiple government sources told the Daily Mail that Sunak had little or no involvement in that decision, which was taken by Boris in defiance of the government's own experts. Sunak was on a government trip to California when the variant began to take hold last year. Sources said he'd planned to extend his stay to join his family at their holiday home in Santa Monica. Oh, that might be where the green card came from. He was forced to fly back to the UK after furious business leaders demanded a financial rescue package to help them cope with a collapse in trade caused by mixed government messaging. Discussing the episode last night, Mr. Sunak claimed his return had been pivotal in preventing another lockdown. What I did in December was fly back from a government trip overseas, and I flew back to this country to stop us sleepwalking into a national lockdown, he told lamenting lefty boring chat. We were hours away from a press conference that was going to lock us down again because of the moronic, and I came back and fought very hard against the system because I believed it would have been the wrong thing for this country, with all the damage it would have done to businesses and people's lives. He added, we were hours away from it, but I came back and challenged the system and said, this is not right. We don't need to do this, and I'm glad I won that argument. Mr. Sunak is known to have been a lockdown skeptic. He pushed for the early easing of restrictions to relieve the pressure on the economy in the summer of 2020, but his claims to have blocked another one in winter were questioned by others who were involved in that decision. One source said Sunak's claim was categorically untrue. He was out in California and planning to stay out there on holiday until he started to get criticism from businesses back home. Categorically untrue to say we were hours away from anything. By the time he got back, the PM had already made a decision that they weren't going to go any further. They probably realised we'd have all said bollocks. Two cabinet sources said that when Mr. Johnson asked Mr. Sunak for his views on the matter at the meeting, he replied, oh, no one wants this to hear from me, Prime Minister. So kept quiet on the subject, didn't he? One said then Chancellor was totally silent when Chief Medical Officer Whitty and Chief Scientist Vallance made the case for another one. A Whitehall source said he's rewriting history. It was a massive call, and it was made by the Prime Minister. Sunak also raised eyebrows by suggesting he would continue with Mr. Johnson's plan to send migrants to Rwanda, but make it work. It won't work. The lefty lawyers, as Boris used to call them, will be all over it. No plane has left yet, and I doubt it ever will. What a disaster. We've already spoken about this whole thing earlier. One Whitehall source said he hated the Rwanda plan and was very difficult about the funding for it. If the PM hadn't been so determined to make it happen, he would have blocked it. But Mr. Sunak told LBC he was in favour of it. He said he wanted the best and brightest to be able to come to the UK, but it was vital to the public had confidence Britain's borders were being controlled. People are seeing on their screens that boats are arriving. It shows we have not got a grip on it. And I think the Rwanda policy gives us the opportunity to solve that, but now we need to make it work. It won't work. It won't work at all. You know, what does he expect? What does he expect? You put anybody on these planes to ship them out, they'll never take off. They'll never reach the taxiway. I mean, there's another thing here. I won't read it, but there's Liz Truss in the rag as well. So they're all bloody full of their own, well, shit, basically. Oh, here's another one. They're going on about the old Partygate thing. Become a bit of a witch hunt. What else have we got? Yeah, absolutely crazy. Yeah, that seems to be what the news is like today. Oh, and also, you heard Sleepy Joe's got the COVIDs. I mean, first he admitted to having cancer, and now he's got the COVIDs. Joe Biden tested positive for it yesterday, hours after yet another gaffe. Did you see the one where he was shaking hands with people that weren't there? The 79-year-old president was forced to deny he had cancer. I think that was a play on words. I think he had some melanomas or something removed from his skin years ago. I don't know. The president later tweeted he was doing fine and keeping busy. He's talking about climate change again. Yes, we didn't have any of those Stop Oil protesters around here today anyway. Yes, so he's got the COVIDs that appears to be doing as well as Sleepy Joe can be. If you haven't done so already, everybody, please hit the like button. Give the thumbs up a hit. Let's get those numbers up. We've got 107 watching in the chat so far. Welcome to you all. Good to see you. And I appreciate the support. Yes, if you haven't done so already as well, please subscribe to Andy the Gabby Cabby. Let's get that up. As I said, we're getting near 30,700 subscribers, something around that number. So I'm very pleased with that. And I've got, where are we? 8, 9, 10. I've got another 3 hours before that flight actually lands. And then I can look some way to getting home. It's a Terminal 5 this evening at Heathrow. It's one of the better ones because you can segue right in there straight off the motorway, so it's not too bad at all. Pretty good likes to viewers ratio. Did anyone else here hit the plums up then? Plums up. Thumbs up, Mad Spaniel. Source code. I went to bed with Marilyn Monroe last night and woke up next to Marilyn Manson this morning. That ever happened to you? I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. Can somebody tell me how many likes we have? Because I never see it. Let's get these likes to 100 before the end. We need to get Andy's algorithm dancing. Andy, we can hang out with you in your cabin live for the next 3 hours. Yeah. Trouble is, I'll have to drive sooner or later. And being live probably isn't the best thing because I get all the people telling me off for being live and driving. And I don't know whether the actual signal will hold all that way. I could possibly come on later just for a chit chat, see what happens. 72 likes. Come on, folks, let's have some more. You know, that's what's that? 28 more to get to the 100. So come on, let's do it. I know we can. I always hit the like, Vesper Q. I know you do, and I appreciate it. Lucy Peters, hello to you. Hope you're doing all right. Mad Spaniel, I'd hit the plums up more. Did I really say plums up? I don't know. 74 now. Yeah, we're creeping up there. Alan Pape and Anna Perkins, much better. At least the hat is flat is soundproofed. An elderly lady, blah, 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 blah. Anyone want a good laugh after this? Peter's Thailand bound live stream starts at 9 for middle-aged men travelling to Pochar for hanky panky. I might have a look at that myself. No one ever replies to my... Hey, get out. No one ever replies to my comments. It makes me sad. Only joking. I'm probably just a boring git. Well, there you go, Matt Wooten. I broke the duck. I replied to your comment for you. Caught red-handed. Who's caught red-handed? CNN tech director speaks out about instilling the next fear as the COVID is no longer a fear factor in controlling America's. This is the thing, isn't it? And I've been very much on this. Love to see you back on. Thank you. Yeah, this is the thing, and I'm very much of this. They want to control us. They want to scare us. They want to put us under their thumb, and they want to do everything they can to influence what we do and what we see and what we say. And we've got to start realizing. We've got to start waking up. It's not as it appears to be. We've just got to, change our thinking. The old media and the old ways don't work anymore. They only tell us what we need to hear, not what actually is going on in the world. And I hope more and more people do. I was joking. Hello, everybody. Matt Woods. Yeah, I know you was. Sheeple, unfortunately. Yeah, spot on, Mark Keane. Spot on. Unfortunately, you are right. That's the way of it, unfortunately. I very much appreciate your channel, Andy. Thank you very much. I appreciate your participation in my channel. Without you, I wouldn't have a channel. You know, I was thinking the other day, you know, I was just a nobody talking into a phone in my garage. And now look, it's mad how far we've come in such a short space of time. It really is. Who says this? The want to control us isn't really working anymore. I never wear a muzzle. It's pointless. Well, I heard somebody the other day that's very much influenced by that. She sat with one of these over, and each to their own. What can you say? But I certainly haven't. I certainly won't. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. David Perry, Charles Bronson opinion, Andy. I really don't know, because reading what he was originally put away for, and you know, some of the antics in prison, like holding people hostage and stuff like that, I really don't know. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm coming from a point of ignorance with Charles Bronson. I know who he is. I know why he's in there, but you know, part of me thinks, you know, he's crazy. Keep him where he is. But let me look into it some more, and I'll let you know about that. I will. Oh, that Charles Bronson. Yes, Lee G. You're thinking of the actor. Yes. And he has been dead for years, hasn't he? Death Wish was good. Yeah. And they tried a remake with Bruce Willis, didn't they? I've never seen that one, but I saw a clip of it the other day. Yes, David Perry, the parole hearing is coming up. We'll have to see what happened. I mean, did he get released and then end up back inside again? Is that, am I right in thinking that? I can't actually remember fully, but I might be right. Hello, Joe Burgess. Good to see you in the chat. Hope you're all right. Alan Pate, oh my God, Alan, all that microwave radiation. Oh yeah, Jesus, the Bruce Willis one was awful, as bad as George Clooney and Batman. Okay, I'll give that a miss then. New mask study from Japan. We propose that immunocompromised people should avoid repeated use to prevent microbial infection. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the thing about those, I thought, if you, yeah, thank you, Mick. I appreciate that. It's good to see that they're flying up again. That's excellent. I mean, it's amazing. I had to have that little break from it, and I dropped a couple of hundred subscribers, but we're starting to fly back up again, so I'm really pleased. Alan Edge, Andy, please scroll back up. I shall try and scroll back up without flipping my phone all over the place. I'll try and find Alan's. Trouble is, you get an influx of chats and everything. Julie, I saw you one about asking about the t-shirts. I must admit, with life events that's gone on over the last few weeks, I haven't had the chance to deal with that properly. But I've got a list of some local t-shirt printers who I'm going to email and see what kind of business I can put their way. Yes, Alan, I've just seen your comment saying rewind. I'm just rewinding some more to see where you are. Andy, let's have a poll. Who voted Brexit so we could take control of our borders? What the hell? I don't want that one. Having a malfunction. That's the thing with live streams. Yeah, that's a good question. Hello, Ron Collins. Good to see you. Who actually voted Brexit to take control of our borders? Give me a 1 if you did, or give me a 2 if you voted Brexit for another reason. So 1 to take control of our borders, or 2 for another reason. Take control of our borders, take control of our borders, take control of our borders. I forgot to vote. Oh my God. Okay, Rafi's just said there's 17 likes to reach 100. So come on, let's get that done. 17 more people. 17 of you just need to do a thumbs up and get us to 100. 1 and 2. I was a UKIP member. Number 1, Mark Keane. 1 and 2, and 69 because someone had to. Yeah, love it. Yes, put the thumbs up. Good real life person series out at Mo. I'm watching Blackbird. Recommend it. Okay. 1, 1, 2. Yeah. I voted Brexit. I wanted us out. I considered the border issue. But one thing that best way to explain it, it was becoming very apparent to me that a lot of things that were being decided about our futures and our well-being were being decided somewhere else by somebody else that I had no idea who they were, and I didn't like the amount of control and integration that this country was letting go from itself and intertwining itself with the EU. And I thought we need, I'll admit I'm a nationalist. I think about this country. I'm all for helping others. Of course I am, but we need to think about this country and the people in it. And God, I hope there's no lefties watching. I've probably offended them, but I voted on that basis to try and say to them, look, we are us, you are you. We can get on, we can trade, we can do everything else, but you do not control us. That's why I voted the way I did. But you know, it's been going. I mean, who are these arseholes in this political debate that is saying that they want to get Brexit done again? And they're saying it wasn't done the first time, or it wasn't done the first time properly, or aren't we being told everything? It's a bit of a dodgy situation, really. Boris becoming PM is always going to happen. That had been wrote into the script years back. Only reason he's gone, he's got too big for his boots, and whoever the puppet master was fed up with him. Well, he served a purpose, didn't he? On to the next one. And I really fear for the future of this country at the moment, particularly with the choices we've got. Most of the whitefish in this country comes from Russia. What does politically correct mean? Well, it means giving up your own opinions and beliefs. Yeah. I mean, I say things sometimes and I get told, you can't say that. I say, I fucking can, and I have. You know, who are you to tell me I can't say something? It's really, really nuts. He was a comical liar, but he had to go. Putin for PM. Who are you, Saint Putin? I think I've seen you before. 9 more likes to reach 100. Come on, guys, let's do it. We've got 110 in the chat, and we just need 9 more likes. That'd be great. Keep your voting until you get what they want. Yeah, that's true. Very, very true. I heard that mentioned a short time ago, actually, by another person entirely. Thank God we didn't join the Euro. That was a lucky escape, that was. I think that was all still being spoken about when I was a kid. You know, we swerved that one quite nicely. Righty 63, we need a Trump, and don't mean a fart. They're the best kind. Oh, Red Bull. I'm looking at the time, folks, and I've still got 2.5 hours to go until that damn flight lands. I don't know if you can see that we're the light's starting to fade around here and it's getting darker. At least the roads will be better. That's the thing. We need 5 more for the 100. That's great. Speak my mind. I do. Old school. Don't give a damn. Michael May, I'm the same. I'm exactly the same. That's why that's the best way to be. At least you know where you stand then with everybody. What else we got? We need Trump here. Who watches History Debunked? Yeah, I've started watching him actually. He's spot on with everything that's happening in the UK. Yeah, I've started watching a fair bit of his stuff. I've heard him mentioned before several times to me actually, and he's pretty damn good, pretty damn spot on. Not as good as Boris Bite. Yes, the BBC is pushing Sunak. Well, that alone should send alarm bells rattling through your head. So he must be that globalist puppet we're talking about. Pretty obvious, really. He sabotaged the post-Brexit economy with stifling taxes. Yeah. Anything they push, you know, is no good for us in the long run. But there you go. Only black Tudor I saw was Martin Lawrence in the movie Black Knight. Just gave my like. Speak your mind, be fearless and frank. Don't give a damn. Don't give a... Yeah. 4 more likes needed to reach 100. Come on, folks. 4 more. What 4 out of the 116 of you haven't hit the thumbs up? Well, if you haven't, do it. Do it now. History Debunked, spot on, yeah. Yeah, I've tried to watch some of his back catalogue as well, really. Zena W, Julie Baldwin. Hi, Julie. How are you? Hello, Zena. Good to see you. How's business going, Andy? Yeah, business is good. Business is good. We're still got the trouble with the flight delays, like the one I've got at the moment, but we're getting enough trading and everything, so it's really pretty good at the moment. Uh, Blood Nose and CCTV. Christine Ayres, yes, they're a bit slow. Yay, not a stupid channel. Lucy Peters says. Uh, no, definitely not. Speak your mind, I agree. Woo, 100. We've reached 100 likes. Thank you very much, everyone. Dinghy divers are okay with ketchup. That's David Perry. uh, Ukrainian. What's that one? I missed that one. Uh, Ukrainian cargo plane carrying 11.5 tons of Ukrainian weapons to Bangladesh, then crashed in Greece. The weapons exploded for 4 hours. Why is Ukraine transferring the weapons? It, it begs US for. Yeah, that makes sense, does it? You always know that something else is going on in the background that we don't know about, really. Listen, folks, this has been great talking to you this evening. Different location. I've actually not had bad signal where I am at the moment. Uh, so, uh, so yeah, it's worked out all right. Matt Payton, how do, Gov? Hello, Matt. Good to see you. Anyone listen to Harry's UN speech? How about Meghan standing in front of Harry in the photo and she didn't even speak? Well, the thing with that, Jerry, from what I was reading, uh, he pissed a lot of people off, didn't he? If you don't like America, fucking leave America. Go on, sling your ginger hook out of it and take your wife with you. That was the opinion. And he just showed how clueless he really is about real life. Totally fucking clueless. Yes, as I was saying, everybody, it's been great chatting to you this evening. We've done just over 50 minutes, so pleased with that. I want to thank everybody for your support and your comments and your contributions and the old thumbs ups. Let's get the old channel going. Yes, what else to say? There'll be another video coming out in a little while. I've got to relocate somewhere else and I'll get that sorted out. And then tomorrow, I'll get some content out for you as well. And maybe a live a little bit later on. I want to thank all of the channel members as well, all of those with the little emblem against your name who pay £1 a month to go in the old drink tin thing, and the Patreon people as well. And I appreciate all of you, every single one of you. So I'm going to disappear for now. And until next time, I bid you, and I can find me button to push, toodaloo.